Nothing is more American than the good old pickup truck. We use them for work, play, and everything in between. In some parts of the country, owners consider their trucks to be sacred. Give them a full-size rig, their gun, and someone to keep them warm on cold winter nights, in that order. So we understand that for many, trucks aren't just machines, they're a way of life. Today we're going to take a close look at the latest from Ford, Ram, Nissan, and Chevrolet to see just how much truck you can get for your money. It's coming up on this episode of Driving Sports. Trucks are first and foremost built for work. The fact that they're used for so many other things really doesn't matter. If the truck can't haul, climb, and do anything and everything, it might as well not even exist. So we're going to start this episode with one truck that does take work very seriously. It's the Nissan Titan XD. This truck takes the 3/4 ton truck formula and packs it into a smaller half-ton body. Though it may look very much like a standard Titan, don't let that fool you. The frame, box, and even the suspension are significantly different. The result is a truck that rides better and can still tow more than 12,000 pounds. Under the hood is a new 5.6-liter V8, good for 390 horsepower and 401 pound-feet of torque. It's attached to a 7-speed automatic transmission that churns power through a dual-range 4-wheel drive gearbox. A Cummins turbo diesel V8 is also available for those that really need 555 pound-feet of torque. The model that Nissan sent us came with a crew cab.
You know, the back seat has tons of room. I mean, really, this is a ridiculous amount of room. Could totally lounge back here. I like it. Put up a little disco ball, put some music down. A sweet, sweet place to hang. What's that? Oh, it's a power window in the back. Got those great cup holders. I mean, you can even put like supersized Slurpees in there. And then down here we have high and low heated seats in the second row. Yeah.
But a truck is only as good as its bed. Here, Nissan kind of threw everything at us. It came lined with extra durability, plus it has tie-down sliders on the floor and sides, as well as a set of bonus cargo boxes. Though clearly, the boxes do limit the bed's ability to take larger loads. So far, this is looking very good in the features department. Nissan left no stone unturned in the pursuit of available options.
Here we are once again inside the Nissan Titan XD Pro 4X. Now, why is it called a Nissan Titan XD Pro 4X?
That means that the Titan XD here came with 18-inch all-terrain tires, Bilstein performance shocks, and they even removed a front aero piece that normally would come on the truck. But you'd probably just bust that off anyway.
Okay, let's go ahead and power it on. First we have push-button start with a proximity sensor on the key, as all vehicles should have these days. As you saw, my seat moved in, which means that this one has memory seats. I can set up to 2 memory positions. This also has a leather interior. It looks really nice. It has this special Pro 4X stitching in the seat. And then right here we have a nice high definition display. This is for navigation as well as media access. And I've always really liked Nissan's system. The thing that's really great about it is really quite simple, but when I move the dial, it instantly shows me the logo of the XM station that I'm on. I don't have to guess. I can look at it by sight and color. I don't have to actually read every single entry, because I know that's Aussie's Boneyard, because that's the Aussie logo. Okay, moving on to more serious matters, we have the navigation system. Let's check that out. So we can easily click on that for a point of interest, and we'll search by name. Now let's look for current location, and we'll look in Starbucks. Super easy to use, and it's very responsive. And because this is 2016, the Nissan Titan also features apps. Go ahead and click here, and we have XM Traffic, voice commands, Nissan Connect services, and My Apps. Let's click on that. Oh, look at that. iHeartRadio, online search Pandora, and TripAdvisor. All great, very helpful things, but you do need to have a smartphone connected for them to be useful. Now, this system also has a really great backup camera. Look at that. Not only does it show you what's behind you, it also shows what's on all four corners. That is a really cool setup, and I love seeing it on this truck. Moving on down, we have dual zone climate control, which is quite good. And then we also have an integrated trailer brake right here, which is really handy to have, as well as a little digital display where you can set the degree. And then there is even more because this truck is fully loaded. It comes with parking assist radars. You ever driven a big truck and you just can't really see where your bumper is? Well, parking assist radars really help with that. They give a little chime and alert when you get too close to the curb, both on the front and the back. The seats here are both heated and cooled. Get a little dial here, which actually looks like it's straight out of one of the Infiniti upper end cars. That's kind of a nice touch there. And because this is, of course, a truck ready for off-road action, that means it also has a low-range gearbox. Now, you don't have that old push lever like the old trucks have. No, this one has a very simple-to-use dial. You basically just put it into 4 high, shift it into neutral, and it does its thing. You want to go into 4 low, you push, rotate over, gearbox does its thing, and I get all the alerts saying I am now ready to go anywhere. Not just a low-range gearbox, this truck also has a locking differential and hill descent control. All the essentials to take you anywhere you need to go off-road. In the center cluster here, we have lots of great information, and anybody who's driven any Nissan, the Altima, the Maxima, whatever, this will be very familiar. It has a great, nice color display in the middle here. I can see where we're listening to Ozzy's Boneyard. But for licensing reasons, you will not hear any Ozzy music. This truck also looks out for you with blind spot identification to help you see your blind spots, which is really important when you're in a big truck like this. Okay, enough talking. Let's go ahead. We're here in the beautiful Pacific Northwest. Let's go ahead and take the truck out and find some really nice roads to get this truck really dirty.
The Nissan Titan XD Pro 4X ate up the great outdoors like a sumo wrestler at an all-you-can-eat sushi buffet. Water, mud, dirt, rocks, nothing stood in its way. Perhaps the most surprising part was just how comfortable the Titan XD was to drive, even in conditions like these. It was quiet, calm, and capable. Even when faced with a steep grade covered in sharp rocks, a quick switch to 4-low, and it scrambled up without even the slightest hesitation. The Nissan Titan XD is quite a truck, but this is only the beginning. Wait till you see what we have coming up next. Following World War II, Dodge introduced to consumers an all-new four-wheel drive truck based on its 3/4-ton military spec vehicles. It featured such amenities as an enclosed weatherized cab, an 8-foot bed, and a 230 cubic inch flathead inline 6. It was called the Power Wagon. The Power Wagon could be considered to be the great-grandfather of the four-wheel drive truck that is now part of everyday culture. Of course, today's Power Wagon has grown up, quite literally. It's huge. But just like the original Power Wagon, this one puts rough and ready utility front and center. Just listen to these available features: a 12,000-pound Warn winch, integrated trailer brake to manage up to 10,030 pounds of towing capacity, standard Bilstein suspension, 33-inch off-road tires, RAM box storage units built into the upper fenders, a fully lined cargo bed with easy-to-use separator and strap-down hooks, a crew cab that can fit lots of gear, or fold down the second row and you have
plenty of room for even large guys. It's quite excellent, actually. I got tons of room. I could almost wear a 10-gallon hat in this thing. Yeah.
And even with this rough and tumble feature set, it still has a modern and shockingly comfortable driver's seat with a fancy multi-function gauge cluster and a large touchscreen to control entertainment and navigation. You can work on the road with a built-in inverter for powering everyday electronics and make sure all the stuff in your bed is safe with a pair of rear-view cameras. So with a name like Power Wagon, you'd probably expect something special in terms of power. Well, you're quite correct.
Under the hood is a heavy-duty 6.4-liter Hemi engine. It puts out 410 horsepower, 429 pound-feet of torque. Now it's connected through a 6-speed automatic transmission, and it of course has a low-range gear set. That means this thing can crawl through anything. And like it needs more off-road credentials, it has a rear anti-sway release button. It also has a full locking differential. This bad boy is not just ready for work, it's also ready for a lot of off-road fun.
Splashing through the puddles is fun and all, but it really doesn't test any features. One thing every truck worth its off-road salt needs to do is scramble up loose surfaces. This is where two-wheel drive ends and the low-range four-wheel drive gearbox begins.
Ugh, there go the tires. Okay, so let's go ahead and put it into 4 low. It's in neutral right now. 4 low. I hear the shifting. I'm gonna go ahead and engage it now into drive. See how it does. Oh yeah. All day long, no problem. Now these rocks are super sharp. Luckily these tires are lined with Kevlar to prevent punctures. It's actually really cool. High-tech use of materials in a production vehicle. It's pretty sweet. Okay, now we're up on the hill and there's no room to turn around. Oh no, what are we going to do? Well, luckily, this truck has a solution. It has hill descent control that works in reverse. Let's go ahead and go in reverse. It says 0.6. All I have to do is steer the steering wheel. Let's see how well this works. Now 0.6 is not terribly fast, but when you're going downhill on a grade like this, it's fast enough. While we're going downhill, which is going to take quite a while, let me mention that this truck has so many more features for even more aggressive off-roading. I mean, I could hit a button and I can lock the front and rear diffs. I can even disengage the sway bar if I need more rear suspension travel. It really is a truck that's not just built for the city, it's built for anything.
But is this a truck for everybody? If fuel economy is anywhere on your radar, this is one rig that'll leave you cold. Because the Power Wagon is based on the RAM 2500 workhorse, it's not even rated by the EPA. However, normal use will probably yield between 8 and 12 miles to the gallon. Not great. Luckily, gas is currently cheap, but that's not always going to be the case. And just imagine the looks you'll get from Prius drivers. Next, we'll take a look at a truck that takes economy more seriously. Mom, apple pie, and the Ford F-150. It doesn't get any more American than that. Ford's F-Series got its start about the same time as the RAM Power Wagon. But unlike the Power Wagon, which was designed to be the ultimate truck, Ford produces an F-Series for just about any and every application. From single-cab two-wheel work trucks to family-ready super-cab Lariat editions, all the way to the Super Duty F-450 Platinum, which costs about the same as a small house and has enough torque to tow one. The most common F-Series is, of course, the F-150, which we have here in a supercab Lariat trim. This features enough room to fit up to 5 adults comfortably. It also has an optional 3.5-liter 6-cylinder EcoBoost engine under the hood. This is Ford's new turbocharged answer to buyers that previously thought they needed a V8. This V6 combined with a newer lightweight aluminum body and box means the F-150 is rated by the EPA for up to 24 miles to the gallon on the highway and 17 around town. That may not seem like much compared to a hybrid sedan, But when you consider this engine puts down 365 horses and can tow 12,200 pounds, you start to see just how frugal the new F-150 can be. Of course, Ford still offers a V8 for buyers that will settle for nothing less, though going with the more thirsty V8 gains little in terms of performance and drops mileage all the way down to 19 highway and 14 in the city. Plus, unlike a sedan, you can fit more than 50 pumpkins into the back of an F-150. Try that in your Nissan Altima. Our F-150 here is equipped with the FX4 off-road package. That means it has specially tuned shocks, extra underbody protection, an e-locking rear differential, and it also includes hill descent control for when the roads get particularly dicey. So it's not only practical, the F-150 can also be a lot of fun. Next, we're going to take a trip to Colorado. That's the Chevy Colorado. Coming up next on Driving Sports.
Today we're taking a look at the 2015 Chevy Colorado. This is a mid-size pickup designed to compete directly with Ford's F-150. Now the F-150 is an excellent truck, and it's very square and slab-like. This truck looks more like the Camaro in the nose, and that's not a bad thing. I think it actually is a very attractive package. Now you might be asking, other than looks, why would I pick the Colorado over the F-150? Well, one answer to that is power. The 3.6-liter V6 in this truck comes with 305 horsepower, 269 pound-feet of torque.
Compared to the base Ford F-150's V6, that's 23 more horses. Of course, for the F-150, power only goes up from there. Much more powerful options are available. Also, the Colorado is physically smaller than the F-150, making it more of a mid-size versus Ford's full-size. Still, Chevy sees this little guy as an honest alternative to the F-150 since Ford doesn't make anything smaller, instead saying that the F-150 is indeed a truck that suits every need. But is it really? I have to say, I love driving this Colorado. Handling is excellent for a truck, and it's small enough to be driven every day. So the question is, does the small size of the Colorado limit its capability? We've taken it deep into the Cascades to find out.
This Colorado is equipped with the Z71 off-road package. What that means is that this little rockery right here should be no problem. The wheels on this truck are 17 inches, and they are equipped with Wrangler off-road wheels that have extra Kevlar lining to protect against super sharp rocks like we're going up right now. Now I'm just in two-wheel drive mode right now. I want to see if we can get, oh, nope, that's not gonna work. Okay, great, perfect. We need four-wheel drive. So let's go ahead and switch into four-wheel drive. We're gonna do four-wheel drive low. Dude, super easy. There's something about a truck, it just makes it so easy when it's equipped properly. Now this truck has an auto-locking rear diff, which makes that kind of stuff a walk in the park. Keep going up here, see if we can get a nice little turnaround up here. So this is going to look like it's a little on the steep side. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch into hill descent control, and what that will do will slow me down the hill, braking each of the four wheels independently to make sure that I have sure grip all the way down. Now I still of course have to steer. That's the one job I have. You have one job, it's to steer. Now my foot is completely off the brake, off the gas. The truck is doing everything.
As far as hill descent systems go, the Colorado is a bit on the fast side, and when scrambling down loose hills, that's not always ideal. If you didn't know it before, you know it now. Today's trucks are the most capable, comfortable, and useful vehicles on the road. On Monday, they can haul a trailer. Tuesday, drive across town. Wednesday, help out on the farm. Thursday, deliver a bed full of pumpkins. And when Friday comes, it's time to play hard all weekend long. So which of these rigs is our favorite? You know, it's really hard to pick. Do we go with the size and fun of the Chevy Colorado? The flexibility of the Ford F-150? the value of the Titan XD or the sheer testosterone of the RAM Power Wagon? When it all comes down to it, I would pick the 2017 Honda Ridgeline. No, wait. Hear me out. This little rig offers everything that most buyers really need in a truck. It has a large bed, a concealed trunk that is quite brilliant, and inside it's equipped with the latest and greatest in Honda infotainment. On the road, it also drives like a Honda, with great steering feel and a car-like ride. But that doesn't mean it can't hold its own when the pavement ends. When equipped with the optional four-wheel drive, it can run through the dirt just as well as any other truck. The only real setback is that it doesn't offer a low-range gearbox. But that's something I'm willing to live without for a truck that drives and looks as good as this. Of course, if you need to tow 12,000 pounds or your job site is on the other side of a mud bog, every other truck would be a better option. But that's the great thing. We have so many amazing, durable, and just plain fun options. For Driving Sports TV, I'm Ryan Douthit. Thanks for watching.